Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. It's Pajama Day. Today on Project Joy Live, we have a very special guest, and we've got lots on tap for you today. I hope you're in your pajamas. Let me know in the comments. Without further ado, let's get started on Project Joy Live. Here we go. Monday morning, everybody. It is Monday, April 1st. Happy April to you. Happy Monday. Happy Easter Monday, as some refer to it. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday weekend, or just a wonderful, relaxing weekend if you didn't have anything to celebrate this weekend. And I'm super, super, super grateful that you're with us this morning. It is also another certain holiday, which I'm going to talk about this when our guest comes on the show today, because I don't know if I've turned into a Clint Eastwood level grumpy old man or something. That I'm not a big fan of April Fool's Day. Okay, I said it. All right, we're gonna talk about that coming up here, because part of knowing what brings you joy is knowing what doesn't bring you joy, and so we'll talk about that. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Super excited you're with us for another episode of Project Joy Live today. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. All of that said, I'm very excited because we have a great show today. So let's check that out in the morning brew. Here we go. What is in your cup this morning? I have my one of my favorite mugs. I got to turn it around though. Here's the question of the day. What side of the mug should the art be on? Things that keep me up at 2 in the morning. Okay. I'm right-handed. Okay, so I guess it depends what hand you hold your cup with. I'm right-handed. I typically hold my cup with my right hand. And while I enjoy looking at the art, it is not helpful for when I'm on screen because then nobody else can see it. So then I have to turn it around, burn my hand in the process. I have my actually I can mug today, which I love because it sends a message. It's sending it to myself, holding holding it like this on air today. I also, because this is a pajama party with our special guest coming up, my daughter made me some delicious mini donuts here this morning. What is a pajama party without snacks? And so these are semi healthy. They were made in the air fryer, which is wonderful because then you save yourself from all of that oil, which is a fun time for your arteries. So we we did that in the air fryer this morning. I love it, and they are delicious. So special thank you to my daughter Nina for that today. Um, Listen, Miss Brittany's here today. Happy Monday, Miss Brittany. Frank, my old college buddy, is here. By the way, congratulations on your recent uh, uh, nuptial celebration to you and your lovely spouse. I love it. I love it. Um Brenny said, ma'am, I did not come prepared and now I need donuts. Listen, I tried to tell you people get ready for the pajama party, but y'all didn't listen. You didn't listen. Listen, we have a great show today. Trista Polo is here today. She is our self-love expert. Yes, I am calling her an expert because I believe that we all are experts when it comes to our own self-love and self-care because we know best what we need in our lives. Amen. All right. Miss Trista's back with us today, and she has some stuff to share about gratitude and and lots of goodness, of course, about self-love from her latest book, which is Love Shenanigans, which something else that doesn't bring me joy. I ordered the digital copy of the book back when it came out. I ordered the paperback to have here today, was supposed to arrive yesterday, and it did not come on time. So I'm very upset that I cannot be Vanna White here with you this morning. But I'll just save my sadness for later, because it's a joyful day. It's a joyful day. Good morning, Miss Nancy. Good to see you here today. Sharon, Sharon, hello, Jessica. Any April Fool's tricks up your sleeve? Absolutely not. I don't participate in that nonsense. Here comes the grumpy old man coming out of me today. And with that, I want to, we also have a new segment, which I'm going to introduce you to here in a moment. And then also, we have birthdays at the end of the show. Okay. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be a great show. And I want to get started with you with a moment for compassion here this morning. So this A Moment for Compassion segment is a brand new one. I actually went to Mystic Village on Saturday, which is beautiful here in Mystic, Connecticut, and with my daughter. And there are some really amazing shops there that have a lot of spiritual type products. And I found a set of cards. They're not oracle cards. They're not affirmation cards. They're not anything. They're called compassion cards, and it teaches the awakening of the heart in everyday life. And I wanted to share these with you because they're from Pema Chodron's Chodron, who is a American Buddhist nun, in a Tibetan Buddhist, and they're beautiful cards. And each card has a different way that we can practice the art of compassion. And the very first card that I wanted to share with you today says, "First train in the preliminaries." First train in the preliminaries. The preliminaries are also known as the four reminders. In your daily life, try to one, maintain an awareness of the preciousness of human life. Two, be aware of the reality that life ends, death comes for everyone. Um, Refer back to the last four episodes of Beyond 2D. Number three, recall that whatever you do, whether virtuous or not, has a result. And I love that. And I love that they use the word result because consequence is not a friendly word to many of us. But whatever you want to call the ending, everything we do has a result. And number four, contemplate this. I love this. Get ready for it. Contemplate that as long as you are too focused on self importance and too caught up in thinking about how you are good or bad, you will suffer. Obsessing about getting what you want and avoiding what you don't want does not result in happiness. Ooh, oh, I just need a moment to catch my breath on that one. I love that so much because it speaks to the importance of being present, of being in the moment, of appreciating what is right now instead of focusing on what didn't go right, what we want so bad, focusing on the right now and the gratitude that we have for this moment. One of the things that I am super grateful for today is that my good friend Trista Polo is on the show. So without further ado, let's bring her on to share a moment of joy with us today. Good morning, Miss Trista.
Good morning. I'm in my pajamas, which I'm
Yes.
very excited about. So thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, me and Trista are tired. Okay. We're tired today. So we decided to come in our pajamas. Mine says pajamas all day. I got pajamas specifically for you today, Trista.
That's
Specifically
amazing.
pajamas all day. And one of my my pants, you can't see them, and I do not do yoga. So my pants say all kinds of sayings, and one of my favorite ones says, "Dear bed, I love you."
I love that. I love that. So mine is a ratty old long sleeve t-shirt that I wear to bed and then a robe to cover up how ratty it is. I'm just going to be really real. about that.
I love it. I love it. I don't listen, I end up usually my pajamas are typically, the husband's old t-shirt or
Mhm.
anything that is not appropriate for me to come on air today.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. I was like, "Russell, I can't go up my steps right now." So I was like, "Russell, you gotta find me a robe upstairs."
And we want to give special thank you to Russell this morning, who has been hair and makeup and the production team and
Lighting.
everything
Yeah.
behind lighting, all of the things
All of the
behind
things.
Trista Polo.
He's responsible for what's in my cup this morning. Yeah, totally. I have a couple of comments about the things that you shared before I came in.
Yes.
The first thing is, I think it should be on the side that you look at your mug because it's for you. And I think everyone that makes good mugs should make an influencer mug. So there's a version where it's on the other side, or better yet, just put it on both
Put it
sides.
it
You could just double, right? Just double it, put it on both sides. So that's my first comment. I also do
I
not like
agree.
April Fool's Day. And the reason is
Hmm.
because I'm so gullible that I believe everything that I always get fooled.
I
And
am so glad that you said that because
I
I
was with you.
also am the most gullible and naive person on planet Earth and don't because it's not nice.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like
Listen,
being
I'm
told.
listen, I'm not I don't think I don't think I'm mad about it in any kind of way. I think there are some things that I do like I'll play along for the day for other people that are
Yeah.
participating, but I am not contributing to it.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I've just never been a good prankster. And I know great pranksters and I know how much
Mm.
they love it. So I honor them. I hope they honor me in my choosing to sit out.
Yeah. Look, Brittany's with us too.
Oh, yay.
I feel like I have become literally Clint Eastwood, like, "Get off my lawn." I feel that. I feel that. Miss Nina's joining us this morning as well. Good morning, Nina. So listen, you've been through some things since you were last on the show, which wasn't that long ago, Trista.
Yeah, I
um,
have been
and
through some
sometimes
things.
that's how life happens.
Yes,
Things happen. I
yeah,
want you to share what you want to share, and
okay.
then we'll go into our topic today.
Yeah, sure. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna come on today. I was actually supposed to be on a month ago, but a few days before a month ago, I was in a car accident. And actually, I wasn't really in a car accident. I wasn't in a car. I was hit by a car. I was walking across the street in a crosswalk on a dark and stormy night, and a Jeep didn't see me and was turning into where I was. So he hit me from behind. So I never saw it coming. I don't know if that's good or bad. Um, and so on the one hand, I can be grateful. Like that's what I wanted to talk about today
Yeah.
because I can be grateful that I'm alive. I mean, that's a pretty big deal to be hit by a car and be able to walk away from it, right? Um, I didn't have broken bones. I didn't have a brain bleed. My organs were all intact. But I've had a journey. I've had a journey. I have a lot of soft tissue damage. I am. I need assistance when I walk. I can't go up and down stairs. I can't drive. So I'm still in the journey of it. And there's some mental stuff too that I won't go into. But
Mhm.
if I get a little emotional, I'm just apologize in advance. Uh,
No need. No need.
so yeah, so it's been a journey. And you reached out and said, hey, listen, we're on the calendar. Are you up for it? How are you feeling? And I went back and forth about it. But there's one thing in my Self-Love Shenanigans book that I talk about, and that's gratitude.
Mhm.
And my favorite part about gratitude is when things aren't going perfectly. Like I
Mhm.
feel like that's the most important time. So that's I don't know if you're ready to jump into that yet, but that's kind of the journey I've been through the last month. It happened on February 28th, so it was just about a month ago. And I'm still on the journey of healing. and I'm not my normal usual self, and so this is my joy today. It's a little different than the last time I was here.
Yeah, well, I find it wildly ironic that you release a book about self-love, and now one of the biggest things you have to do after a challenging situation is love yourself. Um, the irony of the timing of everything is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
I literally said to myself when I saw what had happened, I said, "Wow, we're really gonna get to practice now."
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, it was the day the book came out in print. That's the day it happened.
Mm,
It's such a weird timing. We're all meaning making machines. So, and I look for, like, I look for the meaning in things.
mm,
Like, what was the meaning of this? Why did this happen? What's the bigger plan? Was this a lesson for me? Was this to stop me in my tracks? Was this to change my course? Like, I'm looking
mm,
for, like, the, spiritual reasoning
right.
behind it, and I'm at a loss so far.
Mhm,
I have not had any epiphanies. It's been a lot harder to meditate since the accident. It's been a lot harder to tune in and journal and all the things that I usually do to maintain that level of peace inside.
yeah,
And I miss that stuff because that's really
yeah,
part of who I am, and it really helps me stay grounded, and it helps me stay in the gratitude and stay in the abundance and stay in the positive.
mm,
So I've really had to dig deep for those things,
right,
because they are not as easily accessible, because I haven't been able to do those regular practices to,
right.
you know, I've been, it's like when you're like working out all the time and then you just start skipping the gym, like you can start to feel your body starts to complain about it maybe.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
feel like my spirit's complaining a little bit, but
Right.
yeah.
No, and what popped in I think what popped in my head immediately for me is that imagine what this situation would have been like had you not ever practiced any of those things before. Because for me, even if like when I'm going through a hard time and especially dealing with chronic pain the way that I do, um I my brain wants to go to what in the hell is this for, like really truly. But then at the same time, I even if I can't bring myself into the perfect meditative stance and all of these things, I think to myself, I'm able to meditate, and even just that thought, like, that I have that skill will help me even if I can't, like, be in it, will help me, like, in the moment. Nancy was saying, "I sure understand this one directly 1 year ago for me." So I'm glad you're hearing this today, Nancy. Brittany said, "2nd book happening possibly at the end of all of this." Yeah. Kat's here this morning.
Wow.
Love it. I'm so glad you guys are here for this message today. But I want to hear about, let's talk about, because gratitude, obviously, that's part of what one of the things you've been able to practice throughout this experience. What does your book say about
Well,
gratitude?
I happen to have one of the books in hand. Now, this is the proof, the author proof. I'll just be real again. It's because the books are here. I have books here, but they're in a big, heavy box in a closet, and I couldn't get to it. I couldn't maneuver what it would have taken to do that. But I do have this one, and so this is the book. It's real. It's physical, which is very exciting because when we spoke last time, it was coming out still. It
Yeah.
was in pre-production and about to launch. So the chapter on gratitude is chapter 8, and I wanted to focus on two pieces. One was express gratitude to others. Gratitude is a topic we talk about a lot. If you're in the space of self-improvement, transformation, spirituality, gratitude is a pretty common practice.
Mhm.
We do gratitude daily, gratitude journals, etc. And I think that, yes, expressing gratitude to yourself. What am I grateful for right now? What am I grateful for today? What can I be grateful for about what happened today? Absolutely. How often do we spend giving other people gratitude?
Mm.
Like, I'm grateful for you because I'm grateful that you are, that you did, that you can.
Right.
So I wanted to point that out because that's one of the strategies in the chapter. And I think it's one of the things I don't typically see when people talk about gratitude.
Right.
But the other one that I've been using this daily is gratitude when things don't go right
Mm.
and gratitude for the thing that didn't go right. So, for example, I can say, the sun is shining. I'm so grateful that the sun is shining. Well, what if it's raining? So it's raining today. Maybe I hate it when it rains because, it's gross out and it gets muddy and I still have to walk the dog, et cetera, et cetera. Well, what can I be grateful for about the rain?
Mm.
I can be grateful that it brings growth in nature, that it washes away negativity. Like, I can find something, and it could be something small, but I want, if I could find anything, even small, to be grateful for in the moment of disconnect, of upset, of
Mm.
challenge, then it starts to transform it. And the story I tell in the book is about my husband during the pandemic. We lived in a house where we had to take our garbage to a dumpster. And so it was like up a hill and it was far and the garbage was heavy. And so he was the one in charge of that. And he would take
Mm.
our dog with him. And so that was like her job, which she loved. But he didn't do it often enough. And so the garbage would get too full. And
Mm.
I walked by it from my office. And this during the pandemic, you're just going from your office to your kitchen all day long, right? That's what I
Fun
did.
times.
Kitchen, bathroom, little triangle all day long. And so I learned about this have gratitude in the moment of struggle process. And I said, all right, I'm going to try it out. So I walked by the garbage. I'm like, I started to get annoyed again.
Yeah.
And then I said, all right, well, what can I be grateful for? Well, I'm grateful that he does it so I don't have to, that he carries it so that I don't have to, that he gives my dog a really awesome job. She loves taking the garbage to the dumpster. It's like her favorite. I'm grateful that I don't have to touch smelly things. And, the more gratitude you have, the more gratitude you have. Have you
Mm.
noticed that? Like, if you find one thing to be grateful for, it's like, do you remember? I don't know if you were ever asked to pray at night before bed when you were a
Mhm.
little kid. I
Right.
know I was like, who are we
Yeah.
praying for? And I found that the more people I prayed for, the more people I had to pray for.
Yes.
Like, there was a never ending list as soon as I got started. And I feel like gratitude is like that. And so I just kept finding little things and then bigger things. And then before I knew it, I was like, I am so grateful for my husband being the gift of service that he is in my life, that he will do anything for me, that he supports me generously, that he's my biggest cheerleader. I mean, I dedicated the book to him because he always knows I can do something, even if I don't believe it. Like, I'm convinced it's not true. And he's like, of course you can.
Yeah.
And so it went from, I'm so annoyed, why doesn't he take out the garbage, to, I have the best, most amazing husband in the entire freaking
Mm.
world. And I will tell you that that one little thing transformed our marriage during the pandemic. And
Yeah.
we came out of a pandemic when a lot of people came out of the pandemic really disliking each other a lot more because they were forced to
Right.
spend time together.
Right.
We came out of it more in love than ever. And what's really cool about it is he didn't do a thing, and yet he transformed, and he actually takes the garbage out a lot more often than he used to.
Mm.
I can't explain the magic of that, but I am not going to complain about
I love it. I love it, Trista. And what you're sharing is exactly how I have always taught about a gratitude practice, which, a lot of people will say, like, I'm grateful for whatever. Like, I'm grateful for my family. And the way I've always taught is, if you break it down and say, first of all, use the word today first, today, or in this moment.
it.
Now you've opened it up to many other days. So today, or in this moment, I am grateful for, and then get very specific, because the more specific you get, again, the more you have, like you're sharing, the more you have to be grateful for. So instead of saying my family, go ahead. For some of y'all Italians out there, I dare you to start trying to name off all your family.
Just the cousins.
Yes, yes. Get to them sixth, seventh, eighth cousins. Okay,
Yeah,
as you're
exactly.
going down the line. But
Exactly.
I love that you shared this today, Trista. I really appreciate you. I put the link. You can see it scrolling. It's also in the comments. It's also in the show notes where you can get your copy of Self Love Shenanigans. And the plan is for Miss Trista to join us back on the show each Monday at the start of every month. First Monday of the month to share more self-love tips with us throughout 2024. And I want everybody on the break to send some good vibes, some good healing vibes to Trista
Thank
as she continues to heal. And I just appreciate you getting out of bed and having this little pajama party with me today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing the link, and for the good vibes and the prayers. I'll take all of them. I really believe in all of that. I believe that, positive energy and healing and love and prayers being sent works. I believe that there's so much power in that. I've seen the miracle of it. So thank you for asking for that, and I will accept it greatly and gratefully.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Trista, for being here today. We're continuing to send you all the joy vibes. And we will see you next month for more self love stuff. So we'll see you guys after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. Some of us are behind the scenes drinking coffee and enjoying some delicious air fried donuts this morning. Do I have any chocolate on my face? Let me know. Listen, guys, we are so thankful for Trista taking her time to be here today with all of the things that she has been through. I'm just so grateful. And for me, I'm so overwhelmingly grateful for the people in my life that show up without the need for perfection. And I think that's something I really had to learn to lean into myself as well, is to allow myself to show up exactly as I am, which is what Trista's book, Self Love Shenanigans, is all about, is to be who you are in the moment. And sometimes that moment looks like pain. Sometimes it looks like sadness. Sometimes it looks like overwhelming gratitude that comes rolling out of your eyes and down your cheeks. I mean, it's show up exactly as you are, because that is really what matters at the end of the day. And I'm so thankful for Trista. Everybody, I hope you took some time during the break to send her some good healing vibes. And we certainly appreciate her taking her time to be here today. It's time for birthdays, you guys. You ready? Let's always something to celebrate. So let's celebrate some birthdays.
Happy birthday to you.
All the birthdays today. We've only got a couple that we have going on here today, but in the celebrity world, one of my favorite actresses, Debbie Reynolds, who passed away in 2016, had a birthday today. You guys might remember her from a lot of different things, but my first time seeing her was on The Sound of Music. which one of my, y'all know how I feel about musicals. Okay. Debbie Reynolds, happy birthday to you. And then Susan Boyle, who was on, I think it was America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent. And she shocked Simon when she came out, and he didn't expect her to sing the way that she did. I don't know if you guys remember her, but she's 63 years old today. Happy birthday, Susan Boyle. And the celebrities on my Facebook, Stacy Nye has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Stacy. And that's all the birthdays I've got for today. So let's do our birthday song. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Debbie Reynolds, Susan Boyle, and Stacy Nye. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating and all who celebrated over the weekend as well. Nancy said Shirley Jones was yesterday. That's another amazing one as well. So happy birthday, Shirley Jones, too. We have some great stuff coming on the Breakthrough Show Network this week. And I also wanted to take a minute and tell you guys what a wonderful Easter Sunday we had yesterday. We went out to lunch. My son had to work, so took my girls out to lunch, brought my son home a bag of food. But we went to Aurora Tag Garden in Middletown, Connecticut. So I want to thank LaPat, my beautiful friend LaPat, for a wonderful Easter lunch with my family. I'm trying to oh, here we go. Here's me and LaPat at her restaurant. She always does such a beautiful job. If you get a chance to visit Middletown, Connecticut, make sure you check it out. They're award winners now. So we love that. And she always puts her whole heart into her food. And I just, I appreciate that. So we had a beautiful day. And I took my girls on an egg hunt at the dinosaur park, an egg hunt at the dinosaur park. We went to on Saturday, which was a lot of fun. I'm trying to find the one. Here's the one photo. Here's my girls with their Easter baskets right next to a brachiosaurus, like giant. Okay. They had a great time. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter weekend as well. Let's find out what's happening on the Breakthrough Show Network this week. Here we go. So, coming up this week, I'm very excited because we have Project Joy Live, of course, for you today, Wednesday and Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We also have Pomodoro sessions Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Friday, 9:55 a.m., Wednesday, 1:55 p.m. It is a virtual co-working session where we join up together in our virtual community. You can find it at the breakthroughshownetwork.club. Bring your to-do list. You have schoolwork, housework, self-care work, anything that you have on your to-do list that you need to get done. I invite you to bring it to our virtual co-working sessions. Hold yourself accountable, get those things done, and of course, have all of us there to celebrate with you when you do. It'll be the most productive 2 hours of your day. So I invite you to join us. Also, coming up tonight at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to put the link down in the comments for you guys. I am going to be speaking in a very special gathering hosted by myself and also Go Brunch, which is the company that has the software that we use for our virtual community. They invited me to speak. And I'm very happy to do that today. The talk is called Changing the World with Communities, featuring myself. I'm very excited about this. You can register via the link that I put in the comments. In addition to the talk that I'm doing, we will also have time for Q&A as well as some networking. So if you are in business for yourself, if you just want to meet some new people, we have lots of time to network at the end of my talk this evening. So I hope you will join us in our virtual auditorium, which I'm really excited about. That's coming up tonight at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I did get the question, is it going to be recorded? I'm going to do my best. The intention is for it to be live and you come and you ask questions and network and all of that. But I'm going to do my best to try to get it recorded for you, though it is best to be there live. Also coming up on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Kat Stomska, all the way over in Scotland, will be hosting another poetry reading in our virtual community. So I invite you to get signed up for that or just show up 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, April 3rd. And then we have an incredible new episode of The Breakthrough Show coming up on Friday, which I'm very excited about. You guys have seen Ray Coates on the show, who talked about a new album that he is producing on behalf of or about the life of John Cheatham. And he himself is going to be here this Friday and talk about his book and his real life experience called Fall Guy. And the next song on the album just came out called Folklore and Tales that he has co-produced, brought out with Ray Coates. So make sure you tune in for that very exciting episode this Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, of course, on the Breakthrough Show Network. So excited about that. Thank you so much, Miss Brittany. I'm very excited about this talk tonight. I think it's going to be amazing. Kat is excited for poetry on Wednesday. Miss Rhonda is popping through. Hey, Miss Rhonda. Always good to see you. Really excited about what we have coming up this week for you on the Breakthrough Show Network and within our community. And I invite you with my whole heart to jump in wherever you feel led to do that. I hope you've enjoyed our little my pajamas all day, pajama party this morning. We've had some donuts, we've had some coffee, we've had some self-love, we've had some compassion, we've had some gratitude. And to me, there is no better way to start the day. I'm your host, Jessica Dugetz, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day, because you are the joy. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
I've been trying, and I've been lifting myself up, yeah, I've been climbing.